Alright, so let's just grab a pair of these bolts here. And we'll just clone these over to the side of the step and position them in the right place. Alright, so choose copy. Okay, let's also give them a rotate. Let's just turn our angle snaps there, we'll rotate 90 degrees. And we'll just figure out where these need to go. Okay, let's also rotate another 90 degrees this way. And we'll just pull them over and put them on the outside of the bracket piece here. Okay, so we'll push them back just until they touch the surface there. And we'll just do it something like that. And we'll make another copy of those down to the bottom here for the second step. And position them the same way. Okay, let's move those ones up just a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more out. Okay, that should be good. And we can just flip these over onto the other side there. So let's grab the two top ones. And we'll just go up to mirror and do a copy on the X. And we'll just pull them way down to the other end and line them up the same way. Okay, just like that. Same thing with the bottom two. Mirror those. And just slightly push them into the surface. Okay, just check, make sure everything's okay. Alright, let's maybe put another couple of bolts on these pieces here just so it has a little bit more detail. Let's grab one of these top ones again. And let's just shift drag that over on the X. Okay, and back in the back view. Just gonna move this down. And let's give it a rotate here. Let's also center the pivot point. Okay, we'll just rotate that so it's on a similar angle to the bracket there. And we're also going to need to scale it down quite a bit. Okay, we'll just fit it in there like that. And let's make sure it's lined up here. Okay, let's scale it down a little bit more. Okay, and we'll make a copy of that one as well. And we'll just center those. Okay, I'm just going to center them to the actual arm there. And I think this needs to go a little bit over to the right. Okay, we'll also push them back. Okay, that should be good. We'll make a copy of those over to the other one. So another shift drag on the X and just line them up there. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so let's grab all these pieces, unhide all. And we also want to add a couple of bolts to the little arm piece there. Alright, so I'm just going to control click that fender as well as that bar, and then we'll hide unselect it. And let's just maybe grab the two from over here at the top, and we'll just shift drag those over in the left view. Okay, so drag them over there to the bar as another copy. Slightly push them into the surface, and we'll just line them up. Okay, so let's put it about there. We'll move this one up. Okay, something like that's good. And we'll also shift drag them over to the other end of the bar. Alright, so let's drag those two down. And position them the same way over here. Okay. Okay, you can see the bar's a little angled there. It's not really matching up with the fender, but that's not a big deal at all. You're never going to be able to see in this part anyway, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Alright, let's maybe unhide everything now. And we'll just make sure that nothing's intersecting itself here. That's pretty close to the gas cap there, but I think it's okay. Could maybe get a little bit more of a rotation. Alright, so let's grab the gas cap as well as the gas tank. And I'm just going to group those again as we did before. Just name it 1 or something. And we'll just center the pivot on that. Actually looks like it's in the right position, so we'll just give it a little bit more of a rotation back. Okay, and let's just make sure that's actually centered. Sometimes when you're using rotate, the pivot point won't stay where it should be or where you set it. I don't know if that's just a glitch with Max 9 or if it's a glitch in all versions of Max, but it's a real pain in the ass sometimes. Alright, so just make sure that's actually in the center of the gas tank there and then spin it. Okay, we just want to clear that little bit of a bracket there so it looks like this thing could actually be unscrewed. Okay, just make sure it's clearing the body. Okay, we'll probably move the tank down a little bit lower like we had it before in a minute, so that should clear the body fine. Okay, so I think we're looking pretty good here. Let's just slightly move the tank down. Okay, so grab all the pieces of the tank there, and we'll deselect that fender as well as these pipes, and make sure you have the bar as well as the bolt selected here as well, so it doesn't move out of position. We'll slightly move this down and line it up in the left view here like we had it before. Okay, just a little bit, and that'll give us a little bit more space up there on top. Okay, so I think we're finally done with the gas tank here. Alright, let's maybe hide all the pieces here. Okay, I think the next thing we'll do is start working on this piece here on the side of the hood. Okay, so let's maybe go into the top view. Okay, and we'll just zoom in on this piece. And this is a pretty simple piece to make, so let's maybe start it with another oil tank. Let's go to extended primitives again, grab an oil tank, and we'll just draw this out in the center here in the top view. Okay, we'll give it some height and roll the cap over a little bit. And let's also increase the sides here. Let's do maybe like 24. And we'll just line this up in the left view. Okay, so just move it up there. And we'll just kind of center it. Let's put our blue shader on it. And we'll just play with the settings here a little bit. Let's do maybe 54 for the radius. And let's take the height up a little bit more. Okay, and we'll take the cap height down quite a bit here so the top's a lot flatter. Let's do maybe like 7 on that. Okay, let's maybe take the radius down a little bit more. Let's do maybe about 52 on the radius. Okay, and I think that's about the size we want, so let's convert it to editable poly. And we'll do a similar thing as we did with the bolt here. We'll just delete off the bottom verts. Okay, so grab all those and delete them. Okay, we'll pull the top verts down a bit. Okay, I'll just line it up kind of with the blueprints there, and it's a little hard to see on this as well because there's so many edges on top. Okay, so let's grab the bottom, we'll just pull that down to about there. And I think that should be pretty good. Let's just hide unselected here. Actually, let's do that in a second. Let's close out the bottom first. Alright, so I'm just going to go into border, grab the bottom open border there. And we'll just go to the scale and we'll just hold down shift and scale this in. Okay, maybe like that, and let's take it down one more time. We'll pretty much close it up completely here. And then we'll control click vertex and let's open up weld. And we'll just take the weld up, the threshold up until all those verts snap into one there in the center. Okay, like that. That'll cap the bottom for us. And then we'll just add a couple of edges here to extrude these pieces out. Alright, so back in edge, grab all the side edges, do a connect with one segment, and we'll just move this up. Okay, right about there. And let's do another one right here. Let's move that one up. Okay, and let's grab an edge here on the top one and loop it so we have both these edge loops selected. And let's chamfer these edges to break them apart. And we'll take this up quite a bit. Let's do maybe 2.5. And okay. Okay, so now I think we can do hide unselected here. And we'll just continue working on this. Alright, so let's pull these out. I'm just going to grab an edge on the inside of each of those edge loops, do a ring, convert to a polygon selection, and let's maybe just extrude it out. Okay, so we'll do this by local normal, so it extrudes out evenly all the way around. Let's take the height down quite a bit here. Let's do maybe 2. And that should be fine, so we'll hit OK to that. And let's maybe chamfer these edges down. Okay, so let's grab that edge there and the underneath one. Same thing here. Okay, we'll loop those and we'll chamfer them all at once. Let's do this one pretty tight. Let's do maybe 0.25 or so. And okay, and then we'll grab the top and bottom outside edges here for each of these. Okay, and loop those, and we'll chamfer this down as well. Let's maybe take this up a little bit more. Let's do maybe about 0.6 or so on that, and okay. And for the bottom one down here, let's loop it. And let's do a chamfer on this one as well, and we'll take this up quite a bit more. Let's take it up to about maybe, let's do maybe 3 on it, and we'll hit apply, and then we'll bring the second one down and give it a double chamfer. Okay, we just want to kind of space these edges out evenly. Okay, so something like that. We'll hit OK to that. And we'll do a similar thing up here on the top. We'll just maybe chamfer this edge over a bit. Okay, I want this one to be a little bit more sharp, so let's do maybe like a 1. And we'll hit apply, and we'll do a second one on it as well. Okay, and just kind of space those edges evenly. Okay to that. And let's also maybe just add one more loop around here just for some extra help with smoothing. Okay, so let's add a turbo smooth and we'll see how that looks. Same thing here, 2 iterations, a nice line. Okay, and it doesn't look like we have any artifacts on the bottom or the top, which is good. And that's pretty much all the detail this piece has. So let's unhide all. And we'll just make sure it's in the right spot here. So maybe go into the left view. Okay, and it's lined up in that view. Let's maybe push it forward just slightly. Okay, we want to make sure that it's not intersecting the hood here. Okay, you can see it's kind of pushed in there. So let's move it out a little bit until it clears. And let's push it slightly forward here. Okay, just so that there's a small gap between those. Okay, it doesn't matter if it lines up perfectly with the blueprints. As long as it's close, it should be fine. Okay, we have some other pipes that go into here, which we'll do a little bit later, as well as a couple of holes that we need to still cut in the body. But I think that should take care of that piece for now. We also still have to do those hood vents, as well as a little bit of a light post that goes here, and also finish out the doors and those windows, of course. Okay, so we're making pretty good progress, but we still have a long way to go.